secrets of social media domination. I'm so happy you can join us. I'm so happy you're in our living room right now, where we can actually whisper in your ear and show you exactly how you can position yourself for the new wave of change, the next evolution in social media, because as you know, everything changes so rapidly all the time, especially the internet, especially social media, from MySpace to Facebook and beyond. So we've got an expert panel, but we're going to share with you exactly what you're going to expect from this hangout and how you're going to be able to walk out of here with the knowledge you need to go out there and create a empire around social media and brand yourself as a guru. So my name is Rob Gegner. We've got my friend Chad and Ben Brilliant here. I'm going to open it up to them.
How's it going, folks? I'm Benjamin Brilliant, and just want to tell you a bit of who I am. I joined Empower about 8 months ago. I used to be a former state worker, and I got sick of lifting heavy objects and getting up at 5 in the morning and working lots of overtime and double time shifts. So I got into this little deal called the Empower Network, and it has completely changed my life and revolutionized my business. Gave me the opportunity to work with a couple other guys you see on the panel on my right or left, depending on where I'm positioned. And what we're going to do, I'm going to talk to you about my transition from the different social media networks and as I've seen it grow. And we've got something really, really, really big coming up in the next, I think we've got about 40 days left. So we're going to get you plugged in right away on that.
All right, I guess I'm in next. My name is Chad Ox, and I just wanted to thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get rid of this so then I can actually look you in the eye and stop staring at myself. Now, we're going to talk to you. I'm going to tell you about myself in a second here, but first I want to talk about somehow how to be in the wave of things to come and how to be on the the front of that wave, riding it along kind of with momentum instead of getting ran over by it and just wishing you were on it. So myself, let's see here, I started in the network marketing and direct sales business back in, let's see here, about 2002, 2003. I did a network marketing company for 2 years, pounding the phones, just talking to leads nonstop. Then I got out of that. I actually started doing door-to-door sales, which, crazily, I ended up being actually really good at. Ended up making really good money there, but I'd get to the point where I would burn out. Like the first time I did it I did it for a year, and I made decent money. Left, went back, found another network marketing company, then quit that because it was a grind, and there was just there's no leverage, there's no system to it, which now I have with being able to use the internet and being able to create like momentum and leverage on the internet and just being able to make money while I sleep. Income disclaimer, of course. What was I going to say? So let me tell you about it. So then I did, so I was making really good money about 4 months ago down in Florida. I made average $1,200 to about $2,300 a week knocking doors, selling people cable. And the only problem with it is that the company I was working with was very, very strict. And after being my own boss and an entrepreneur, you almost become unemployable, psychologically unemployable. You can't do the 9-to-5 thing anymore. You can't be controlled. You can't. You run your thing. You have control over yourself. You're a self-starter. You make decisions that change your life on a regular basis. So you don't need somebody telling you what to do. So I had this situation where they kept on telling me and basically just micromanaging me, and I couldn't handle it. So I ended up quitting. They booted me out of the housing that they provided me and my rental car, and I ended up living in a hotel room with a big decision. So do I go back to Michigan and live in a kind of a comfortable situation with the parents move back in, like do the whole thing like that? Or do I stay in this hotel room, jump back into the business that I loved, online marketing game, and get back in, hit the ground running as hard as I possibly can, took massive action? And you can kind of figure out which one I took. I made a decision to take massive action and ended up signing up 4 people my first week and just started just hitting the ground running and going. I had no list. I had no nothing like that. I just took massive action and took control of my life.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, I kind of have a similar story. Like, I started out with nothing pretty much. I was at the lowest point in my life about 3 or 4 years ago. I'd just broken up with my girlfriend. I was pouring my heart and my soul into this novel that I was writing because my passion is writing, and so it just fits perfectly that I'm actually making a living blogging on the internet right now, which is awesome. But I was always passionate about writing fiction, so I was writing this novel. I accidentally didn't delete this novel. It was like deleting like a part of my soul, and it just completely crushed me. At the time, I was jobless. I was living back home with my parents after living on my own for years in Brooklyn. That was sort of like a blow to my ego. Finally got a job working at this corporate place. It was all like fun and games. It was cool at first, but the people were cool, but like the company was like, oh, we're family and we're gonna buy you free pizza, stick around. But the job sucked. It was a telemarketing type customer service deal, and you had to be on the phone all day, like being yelled at by old ladies, and it was not cool. And it was around that time I started getting sick. I had these weird medical symptoms popping up. I was like fatigued all the time, like absolutely no energy. I didn't know what was going on. My life was falling apart. And then actually at that job, a friend of mine introduced me to network marketing. I thought it was the coolest thing. So I went to a home meeting, and they brought out one of these whiteboards, and so the guy was circles on the whiteboard, and I was like, this is the coolest thing. You can make a residual income, and if you work for 2 to 5 years of your life, you can make like $20,000 a month, and like the president of the company had this big mansion, and I was like, oh wow, and so they were selling the lifestyle, but what I came to find out was they were selling the dream but living the nightmare. So it's just like, right. The average number of people that a person brings into network marketing, doing the home meetings, the hotel meetings, the cold calling, the three-way calling, the calling every single one of your relatives and trying to get your grandma into the deal, is 3 people. And once you get your 3 people, you burn out. And I actually did recruit about 3 people. I think that's exactly what I did. It might have been 4. And then I got frustrated and I quit. And then my team got frustrated and they quit, my team of 3. And I was like, oh, how can I do this more efficiently? And then I was getting into a energy work and a healthier lifestyle because of the medical condition that I was diagnosed with. And through that, I found the internet, and I found blogging, and I found the system that we're using today and that we're going to share about later, and it's changed everything. So let's dive into the content. We're going to talk about some of why do people use social media? So it's entertainment and teaching. Okay, so that's why people use social media, and sites like MySpace were popping up. And so let's talk about a little bit about MySpace in particular. That was one of the first social media platforms to come up. What was it about that attracted people to using that social media platform?
Okay, I'll lead it off. Oh, go ahead, Chad.
Oh, okay, yeah. So MySpace was awesome because it just revolutionary. It basically gave people something to do. You know, people started wanting to mess around with this internet thing, and they're like, hey, you know, first you had chat rooms, and so you did the chat room thing, but then it became really, you didn't really have an identity in like a chat room. When you got a MySpace account, you actually had an identity. You could write about the things you liked. You could, it was basically like your own little room that you could decorate the way you wanted to do.
Right, I gotta agree with that, and I think the big thing was, you know, people didn't really have, you know, the ability to design their own websites or, you know, their custom page where people could see all their content. very easily and have others see it really quickly. So what MySpace gave people the ability to do was to very quickly, within minutes, have their own custom site up without any knowledge of coding, of HTML, and all these other things, with the little pretty graphics coming on, and you know, give these people, you know, as you said, a sense of identity online. So I think MySpace completely revolutionized. You know, if you look at I think there was like CompuServe and Prodigy, and then you had AOL back in the day, where everybody knows they were getting tons of these AOL CDs, which had probably filled lots of landfills at this time. And MySpace pretty much took all that and wrapped it up and gave you a website where everybody was in a very, very viral community very quickly.
That's good. So let's talk about the flaws and the downfalls of MySpace, because obviously everyone knows that Facebook came along and just dominated the internet in terms of social media. So what was wrong with, what were the downfalls of MySpace, and what was so good about Facebook that it was able to dominate?
So the thing that happened that changed, people kind of grew up. I believe, like if you look at this, and you could still go on there today, and it was almost too, like, you'd go on there and somebody's music would be blasting in your ear. Like you'd deter and wanting to go anywhere. And like there'd be things blinging all over the place, and like when people get older, they get a little bit more mature, and like they want to have something more civilized, you know? And they want something more streamlined and be able to not have all the craziness going on with the 5,000 friend ads, and just like they want to be more private, you know. They want to have their own little, kind of be separate from people. Where MySpace, somebody could add you 57 friend ads over and over and over again, and you would just, they just keep on coming, and you couldn't really do anything about it. So that's kind of what Facebook did. It just made it cleaner. It just took MySpace and like scrubbed it off.
That's
Definitely.
awesome.
Definitely. I think that one of the things is that MySpace gave people just a little bit too much freedom. You know, you have just too much freedom to either, you'd get like spam and spam and spam in your timeline from people posting random pictures, or, you know, as he said, as Chad mentioned, you got music playing all over. You go to someone's site, and really there wasn't an easy way back and forth for people to communicate. I don't remember if there was actually. I think the only thing in the back office was like a little inbox service, but you couldn't really. I don't remember being able to chat early in MySpace. It's been so long. But the thing about it was Facebook came out, and it was the thing. The real big pool was it was exclusive. Only people in college could get into it, and you know, everybody was like, "What is this thing that all my friends, you know, these people who are, you know, quote unquote, and higher educated can access, and the common people, you know, cannot get to?" So it gave that, you know, that aura of, oh man, we gotta figure out how can we get involved in this, and people are like pretending to be in school and getting university emails, and I've heard all kinds of stories from back then. But I think MySpace's biggest thing was they didn't evolve, you know, with time, and as Chad said, become, you know, people wanted to have conversations and not just stare at people's, you know, content, more as I think Tumblr is right now, which is just people just sharing content without really a lot of communication going on.
Now, I think, Ben, you said that you had 4 points that Facebook uses to their advantage.
Yeah, let me just try to think off the top of my head. I don't want to pull out my notes, but one is that Facebook is a lot more viral than MySpace is because of the way their sharing is set up. You know, people can just click a button and like and share, and that like button instantly comes up in all your friends' feeds. You know, that wasn't a big thing in MySpace. The load time on MySpace, as we mentioned, used to be ridiculous because of the pictures and images, and they let you put lots of different content up, and I just can't think off the top of my head. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I got it.
Check my notes.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. With the load times, I almost forgot about that. It's been so long since I was on MySpace. The load times get so ridiculous because it was like you had to. There was just like stuff flashing all over the place. It was like a circus almost.
Right, right. And also, and like I said, also the personal interface and the personal nature. MySpace became more targeted for celebrities and bands and this kind of thing, and then became a big friend. Who's got the most friend competition? So the really thing I think that's really nice that Facebook had actually done is it capped people at 5,000, so these people don't have 50,000 or 100,000 friends, and it becomes just a big, oh, I can have more friends than you have, rather than creating the social experience that it's meant to be.
Exactly. Now I actually do have the points that you brought up before, and I
Awesome.
think this is like a litmus test for any social media site should be measured by their viral capability. How can you get out there to as many people as possible, whatever message that you have? The interface, is it sleek? Is it easy to use? The personal nature. Are you able to connect with your online social media friends as if you're connecting with a true friend that you've known for 10 years? Is that capability there? The load time, that's another thing that Chad brought up. And marketing opportunities. Is the social media platform that you're using friendly to marketers and any type of marketers?
And I just want to mention one of the points that you pointed out on there about the viral capability. There's a member in Empower Network, and his name is Kevin Sousa, and he has been able to utilize Facebook to take a post and get it out to over, using a couple marketing strategies. He's been able to get over 500,000 people to share just one post. I mean, that is incredible. So, to think about, the huge amount of exposure that Facebook has brought to people is just mind blowing.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Basically, the deal that amount of money people on social networking is crazy. I know my made over and in the last year just to people, just connecting with people, just doing certain things to basically to connect and be able to just kind of just like it's almost like the old network marketing style of just being able to connect with people and showing them your business, but she on like a level. I saw a picture of her today. She had 329 friend requests. Somebody was like, they were requesting to be a friend with her. It was crazy how she does it. I do it on a smaller level, and I've been having success. I know what my success level was. If I had 300 and some friend ads like that, that would just be it'd be game over. That we actually have access to training do.
Oh yeah. By the way, you were cutting out a little bit there, Chad. But by the way, we are going to be discussing income. So if you want to see the average earnings.
Rob, are you?
Hello?
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, I was just saying we're going to be just discussing some incomes. So if you want to go to www.bit.ly/disclosure of income, that should bring up all the average earnings for the system that we're going to be talking about. I mean, we're going to be throwing out some numbers here. Like, right now we're talking about people, average people like me and you, who have utilized the phenomenon of social media to their advantage, to their benefit, to make hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars using free. I mean, people think, right? Like, people are just like, oh, obviously you made a lot of money because you poured a lot of money into paid advertising, but that's not always the case. My friend Avram Gonzalez, who is amazing, he joined the Empower Network when I started in November, and since then he's made over $100,000. Again, that's not average, but it's possible, and he used the solely Facebook because that is the most popular social media site out there. I mean, he could have used Twitter, but he used Facebook, and there's so many different ways to do it. So don't think for a minute that, don't be intimidated by people who are making a lot of money, even if you're broke right now, even if you're living in a dumpster, you're homeless. You can do it using free, if you have access to a computer at a library, you can make money on the internet utilizing social media if you have the right opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, the founder of the company and the founder of the company, David Wood, actually started out living in a van. Folks, he didn't even have a computer. His girlfriend had to go get a job and buy him a computer. And he made, I forgot, I'm not going to, don't quote me on this, but I believe his first 12,000 online with a computer that was bought from him. So, and he was living in a van. So, folks, and once again, income disclosure, empowernetwork.com/income.php. But, folks, if he can do that, it doesn't matter where you're from, what color you are, but what you want to do is, you know, you want to decide to get started and get involved with a movement of people like the people you see on this panel right now, and make a decision to join and see what's going on and see what this big thing is coming before you miss the train, because you've already, you know, by now you already realize that you missed the train for Facebook because that's already blown up. The billionaires have made. By now, if you missed the train, you know that you missed the train for Microsoft and Twitter and AOL and the rest of these big companies. And now we got something that is getting ready to go ahead and outrank some of the top 30 and 20 sites in the world. And I'm going to say that in the entire world. And you are getting ready to jump in on pre-launch, and we're right here to tell you right about that.
Don't miss the train. It's a picture of a train. Yeah. Listen, Facebook, it's the end of an era for Facebook, okay? Everything has their time. Even the Roman Empire fell, okay? Social media has come so far and evolved so much. Now it's time for the next step in the evolution. Started with AOL chatting, that was huge, made way for MySpace, made way for Facebook. So let's talk about the downfalls. I'm going to start with talking about the privacy issues. That's a huge deal. It's actually in the news. There's all these sort of lawsuits going on that the government is getting this really private information. I think their sole source for information on civilians comes from Facebook, and they're making laws about it, and it's getting really creepy and it's getting really scary. The privacy issues around Facebook. There's all these apps like, do you want our app to post your personal information for you? It's just like a weird information thing going on with them. I mean, I know there's other downfalls. So what do you guys want to talk about now?
You can go ahead, Chad, or I got some points to talk about that. So
yeah, go for it on that one.
My thing is this: the word, I don't know who said this to me, but folks, free is the most expensive word that you will ever use. You know, they let you sign up and create this account on this social network, Facebook, which is with the amount of people in there is like the size of the third largest country in the world or something like that. Facebook is like the size of the third largest country. But what you don't realize is once you click those little check boxes and they make sure they're, you know, just enough for your mouse to click inside, you are giving up your rights to every single piece of content that you push inside in there. So what you need to do is you need to think about, all right, these people are making money from me. What can I do? You know, they run the ads alongside of the thing constantly, and it's going into your brain. What can you do so you can be on the same kind of platform as Facebook, but instead of you being the consumer, you are now the producer, and now you are starting to make money, and it doesn't matter if you're old or young. It doesn't matter. We got something coming for you grannies that, you know, you tried to get involved in social media. You may be watching this. You may try to design your own website, and what this is going to allow you to do is to easily, with a couple of clicks, be able to share your content and also make money and not have to worry about this guy and this person and that one using your information so they can either market to someone else or just continuously market to you.
Listen, most businesses, actually all businesses, make their money by selling products. Facebook is free, so what is their product? You are the product. We are the product of Facebook. Our personal information is the product that is being sold to a plethora of advertisers and marketers that we're just being inundated with all these messages it's like we're the chickens for the slaughter to become McDonald's McNuggets. Like, the product of Facebook. And it's not cool.
Yeah,
and we're not going to stand for it anymore. We're not going to be used by them, by the man, and by the system. It's like they can delete your account. They have complete control. It's time to take the power back into our own hands and control our own information.
Exactly.
That?
Yeah, this is the thing. It's a double-edged sword. So you're being advertised too. However, when you want to actually try to make money off of Facebook, and you add one too many people in one day, or you send a message too many times in a day to a person, I've actually got a message from people. I wasn't even like sending mass messages, and it said, "Slow down, you're typing too much." I'm like, I mean, I don't even I like hunt and peck. I don't know how I can type that fast. But so they're just between. You have these like I think they're like cam girls or hook, like messaging us like every 5 minutes. Hey, precious, I really like your face. Would you like to be friends? Like, no,
I thought those were
no,
legit.
I don't want anything to do with you. Like, go back to wherever you.
Go back to Slovenia.
Hey, sorry, Ben. I didn't mean to.
Hey, you just, I usually click and respond to that.
Being able to. It's like. You just opt them in. Opt them into your capture page.
Yeah.
Because they always put an email. So,
Right on.
but yeah, so it's like, you want to make money online. So it's like, if it's not on their terms, they're
Bro, you're cutting out a little bit, man. Your audio is.
your terms, however the hell you feel like it.
Right. I got the gist of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think what he's trying to say is, you either play by Facebook rules or you don't play, and that's it. And whatever they say goes. And they have the option to change that at any time. So that's the deal.
Yeah. And that's not how it has to be, man. It's like in any like.
Ben, you just kind of I didn't hear any words coming out of your mouth for a little bit there.
Who?
Okay.
Yeah. We're all kind of fuzzy, I guess. But what I was saying was that's how oppressive regimes work, whether it's a giant nation or it's a website called Facebook. They're going to try to control every aspect of your life. So it's time to join a freedom movement. And I believe in my heart, in the cockles of my heart, in the depths of my soul, that movement is called the Empower Network Blogging System version 2.0 that is being released on September 23rd of this year, very, very soon to being launched. And we just came from an event in Denver, Colorado about 2 weeks ago that had launched exclusive information about this blogging platform. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty details of why this is going to be crucial, why you need this in your life right now, and how it's going to benefit you long term, and how it's actually going to make sites like WordPress and Facebook and Tumblr and all those other things completely obsolete, because this has everything that you need to become an absolute marketing genius guru if you want to be. You don't have to be a guru if you don't want to, but you just can make money like one using social media. So let's get into a little bit of that. Maybe should I start with the video as an intro?
Yeah, play the intro real quick for them, and then you can kind of bits and piece off. Yeah,
I mean we'll just pick out the most important. It's like an hour long, so we're gonna pick out the most important.
Yeah.
But we just want to drive the home point that the internet is changing. I just want to say this before I show this. The internet is changing. The world is changing. Just like network marketing, that doesn't work anymore. I mean, it works okay, but it's not as effective. It's like they're stuck in the 70s. So I don't want you change with the times, man. It's just like Apple revolutionized the world, and you didn't have a chance to get in with them, but this is the equivalent to that. And I really want you to understand the importance of what we're launching here. And so this is David Sharp. He's the co-founder of Empower Network, and he used to be homeless. He used to be a heroin addict, a drug addict, running around in the streets, and he changed his life, and now he's a multi-millionaire helping millions of people all over the world after launching this company. And this is the next step. This is the next chapter in their growth and their evolution. They've been around for about 2 years, and this is really going to explode everything. So here we go.
In the background. Guys, what we're going to release today really changes everything, just like the 100% commission changed everything when we launched in the very beginning. The funny thing is that nobody really knew about 100% commissions at the beginning of Empower Network, but now everybody's doing it, aren't they? It's like the new fad, you know? What we did change network marketing, and today, what we're going to show you guys is going to change the internet. What we're going to show you today is really 3 revolutionary products. And we're going to take you through a process and a journey and show you exactly what these do. The first thing is a simple 2-step, it's just a very easy point-and-click blogging system. Okay? The second one is a mobile audio and video broadcasting. A lot of you have your phones up right now, right? And a lot of times we talk about building a business from our phones. Well, we're about to take that to the next level. The last thing is a sales conversion engine. Because the truth is that there's lots of blogging platforms out there, and there's lots of different products that do lots of different things. But guys, nothing, and I repeat, nothing does what we're going to show you today. Again, I want to repeat, it's 3 different products. 3 different products: a blogging platform, a mobile platform, and a sales engine. Okay? It's very important to understand that what we're going to show you today is a 3, and dare I say 3 in 1. Okay? V2, guys. We're going to show you today.
I'm going to stop it there. And you actually get all that just for $25. That's the price of like a steak. It's like the price of a movie and some popcorn and a soda pop. Seeing a movie. I haven't been to the movies in years, so I don't know how much the prices have raised, but it's just ridiculously cheap. And if you see a link below this video, you're going to want to click it and get in right now, because a wave of change, a wave of evolution is coming. It's like the rocket, the comet that came down to destroy the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs were like MySpace. The dinosaurs, it's like the old form of network marketing. The dinosaurs is what Facebook will be very soon after September 23rd. And you know who survived? Those who were prepared to survive, like the cockroaches, like elephants. Maybe not the woolly mammoth, but elephants. Maybe, and some other mammals and other creatures. But the creatures who survived, well, wasn't on accident. It was for a reason. And Empower Network and the new blogging platform, well, it's like the cockroach that's always going to be around. And it's not going to fade away like the dinosaurs of the past. Chad, what do you have to say about that?
Awesome, awesome, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm super, super excited. There's some really, really important. One of the cool things I really, truly believe is upload videos while you're just kind of you can upload it straight from to your blog right from your phone. So you could take a video right now and then just upload it right to your blog without any effort. And then when it gets to your blog, all you have to do is check, do I want it to autoplay? And that's just a button, not a code that you have to do all kinds of craziness. If you have ever tried to embed a video On a blog, a regular blog, you have to get the embed code, which is semi-easy if you're technically savvy. Then, but if you wanted to do anything different than it just does normally, like just sits there, you want it to start automatically. If you wanted to not be able to skip through the video, if you wanted to auto loop, if you wanted to do any of those things, you have to do all kinds of special code in the embed code to get it to do what you actually want it to do. And with ours, it's just a checkbox. You just check it and you're good to go.
I don't think people realize how insanely and historically significant this is and how it's really going to revolutionize the world. It's like it's blogging social media hybrid that's never been done. So instead of like spending hours on a blog post trying to get like you were saying, like to get to the code and change the H2 header and put your keyword in italicized, it's like if you want to put a blog, you have the options now of putting up just a video blog. You don't have to worry about all the SEO stuff. You can put up just an image as a blog, as if you're posting it to Facebook, or an audio file. And the coolest thing is this reblog feature. You know, like when you go on Twitter, you can do like retweet and it'll Twitter it. Well, you can do this reblog. You just click that. You don't have to go changing all the links and everything. It's all coded to you. So it's just like one-stop shopping. It's just like one button. With one click of a button, you can affect thousands of people. You can reach more people, and you can reach your hand out through the internet and grab them by the hand and take them on your journey with you.
One thing I want to do, I'm sure that from the title of this, Secrets of Social Media Domination, we've got a lot of people who are watching this or who are watching a replay of this who are already involved in social media, who may have a blog, who are doing some kinds of type of marketing, and you might be looking for a way to increase, traffic, and you've already experienced some roadblocks in your business with the current social media platforms. So what I want to tell you is this: with this tool, you're going to have the ability, you're going to have the ability to have a community who is already focused on this common goal of, creating content, valuable content that will already be drawing all types of people in. And this is going to be big, and if you need something, if you've been looking for something, instead of trying to place an ad on your blog, or maybe, buying a lot of ClickBank products and running into, this of just paying gurus tons of your money and not seeing results. I've personally seen results with the Empower Network the product that we're in right now. So, and whatever the next step that's going to go after this is going to multiply, at a substantial number that I believe is currently incalculable. And if you're looking for something like that, some kind of traffic and sales, and everybody, no one, I don't think anyone on here is afraid to make a little bit of money, then what you need to do is click the link below one of these videos, wherever you're seeing this, get with whoever sent you the link to this, Chad or me or Rob, and find out exactly how you can get involved in our team so we can plug you in before that pre-launch hits, because once that pre-launch hits, it's going to be locked down. And you're not going to be able to get on while the big buzz starts to come in, and then the rush is going to hit, and it's going to be crazy. And you want to be in position to leverage this product right away. You want to know, you want to have the skills and the ability to leverage this product right away. And the best way is just to go ahead and click the join button and buy.
Empower Network is already a top site. In the eyes of Google, it's got massive authority, which means that you can actually, because of there's so many people blogging on the same platform, that you get your content ranked very, very easily at the top of Google. So that's already happening with thousands of people. So imagine, like, we're in like the top 200 and the most highly trafficked websites in the world. Imagine after September 23rd when we go to like top 10, top 5, and then we reach the #1 most highly trafficked website. You kind of put yourself in that shoes, like, and step into the future and like, what does it sound like? What does it feel like to get whatever business you're promoting to every single time you put a post, it gets automatically ranked at #1 on Google. So thousands of people every single day click, and you get just like massive amounts of sales. What does that make you feel like to have that sort of exposure for your business, whatever it is?
You're pumping me up, Rob. You're pumping me up. I love it.
I'm looking for a buy button. I want to just go ahead and rejoin.
Yeah, can I rebuy? So just think about it right now. Red. I don't know what color Rob's is. Whatever. But if you think of that, what that button looks like, if you look at it, it's going to be jumping out at you. It's going to be actually kind of vibrating and doing this thing where it's just kind of almost jumping out of the screen like in a three-dimensional movie at you. It's so cool if you think about it. But anyways, so this is the thing. When there's pre-launches with, put this in your mind. A company that's made $60 million, a company that has 150,000 customers, but then you take that back and you have a relaunch of that company. So they're solid. They've been around for 18 months. They already have been established in the industry. However, they don't rest on their laurels. They part and make something 1,000 times better. So if you take the stability and the power of what it's already done, and then you take the frenzy of a launch, a relaunch, it's like this. It's like, if you ever see Forrest Gump, when he's always buying stock for a company at a ridiculous price. He bought Apple, he bought Microsoft, he bought like bubblegum. And right now you're at a point where you can buy in low and grab that momentum and let it to come in and just let it push you. You're just getting in, get your foundation, and finally see your team have success. Think about it. How many businesses have you been in where you might have had a little bit of success, however, you get your team in and they don't produce like you. You feel like you need something to kind of to help push them and help them kind of get going. David Wood said this, and this is kind of jumping off of another thing. He said, right now we have a 37 or 34% customer to affiliate rate. That means we have, 60 whatever the math goes, 63% of our people are affiliates that are bought the blogging system, and 34, 37, I don't remember what the exact percent.
Right.
Are just using our products because they're awesome, right? He envisions next year, by 1 year from now, that 3 people out of every 1 people will actually just be customers. They will just buy our blogging system and buy our products because they are so awesome. Not so much that you could make money with, tons of money with. There's no company out there right now. You cannot name me one that has that many customers that just buy the products. Right. There's nobody out there that's just saying, hey, I really want blank, but I don't really want to resell it. I'm not looking to make money here. I'm just looking to use this product. You have it like that, not a 3-to-1 ratio. And I believe him, and his vision is so crisp, and he speaks things into existence so often that I just go, yeah, all my defenses, I just say, yeah, you're probably right. It is going to be a 3-to-1 ratio. I'm just going to jump in and be wholeheartedly into this and take massive action.
Right.
I want to tell a quick story. What you said was beautiful, and it reminded me of a YouTube video that I saw. It's this guy who, it's kind of like a big grassy area, and there's music playing. So this one guy decides to stand up, he decides to be bold, he decides to be courageous and creative, takes off his shirt and starts dancing. He looks like a freaking idiot, but he's dancing by himself, and there's a narrator explaining this leadership principle while this is going on. So he's just dancing like a fool, but he can't do it alone. So another guy just comes up, and he's like the follower. The first follower makes it. So now there's two crazy guys. And then all of a sudden, like maybe like 3 or 4 people come, and now it's kind of like a small group, and then it's turning into a bit of a movement. But there's still people sitting on the sidelines. There's still people who haven't made a decision. Maybe they're like skeptical. Maybe they've been hurt in the past. Maybe if they put themselves out there on the line and they've gotten hurt. They've tried to dance before, and maybe they made a fool out of themselves. Maybe they did the Elaine dance from Seinfeld, and they looked like a stupid person, and they got made fun of and teased, and it hurt their feelings, and so they made a decision never to dance again. But then they start seeing more and more people join this crazy shirtless dancing guy, and they're like, you're getting curious. And they're creating a buzz, and that's what we're doing right now. We're creating a buzz. And so finally, 50 people, 100 people start rushing all at once, and it all comes at once, all this momentum. And that's what we have right here, because the people on the sidelines saw that everyone and their grandmother was doing it, so they felt, okay, it's safe now. It's safe for me to come out of my comfort zone. It's safe for me to join them because that's what they're doing now. Because they got off their tushies and they made a decision to join the movement.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
I like that.
So well said. That was so well said. I still can't find my join link. I forgot I'm on the panel.
So
I just want to join. You guys make me want to join.
I'll play the kazoo.
So yeah,
All
it's
right,
basic. No, sorry, go.
No, go ahead, Chet. Go ahead.
No, it's your turn.
I was gonna just push it back. I'm pretty much I spoke in my piece. You know, you guys need to just get on board. As they mentioned, you know, and as he spoke of it as a stock, you know, this is your opportunity, and this is your chance. You know, this is your chance to get on with us right now and run with us, because this buzz is gonna get bigger and bigger. And you're going to see more and more, and you want to get involved with this as quick as possible, because one thing about successful people is they make decisions fast. If you want to be successful online, you got to make decisions fast. You can't willy-nilly. You can't sit on the fence. You just got to decide that, hey, these people are getting the results I want. I want to do what these people are doing so I can get the same results. So that's my thing, just to go ahead and make a decision and get involved as quick as possible, so you can see what's going on with us and how you can start creating your business or start making a better business for yourself, or just use the products. As Rob said, a lot of these people are just using the products just so they can share, because the products are great. The marketing training is absolutely unbelievable. I can attest to that for myself. I have never generated a lead. I didn't know what a list was. I didn't know anything. I made my biggest sales in Power. This stuff works, folks. It works, but the first thing is you've got to listen. You've got to be willing to accept and listen to what we're saying to you, believe it, and then go ahead and get started.
And the stock price is not going to break the bank. It's just $25. And what if just paying $25 to start can generate you $4,000 in a day like it has for me? Income disclaimer.
Yes,
Over to
income
Chad.
disclaimer, please. Please give an income disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
That's a little pricey for. That's a lot of people. A lot of people have never had a $4,000 day in their life. So go to www.empowernetwork.com/incomephp. Back to you, Chad. Oh, that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can pretty much just call this, you know, just call it up and say, you know, just. I'm sure everybody on the that's been watching this is already either in or getting in. So I mean, I'm sure after they saw what we just showed, it just everybody just got in. So I'm sure if you look, your email is just getting filled up. Actually, I don't get emails, but I'm sure my back office is just lighting on fire right now. So it doesn't really matter. Everybody is getting in, and so I guess I mean we can pretty much call it, Rob.
That sounds awesome, man. I love both of you, and I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing events, and I look forward to seeing you every 3 months because we have family reunions here at the Empower Network. Every 3 months we have a sick event. It's going to be 4... Dude, last event in Denver 2 weeks ago, 7,000 people. Next event in Denver is going to be 4 different events in Houston, Orlando, where's the other ones? DC.
Anaheim, California,
Anaheim.
Washington, D.C.
So what you need to do right now is you need to find that buy button. You need to put your mouse over there. You need to click it. You need to enter your credit card information right now. You need to, when you go into your back office, when you actually log in for the first time, the first thing you do is click where it says Fight the Forces of Evil 2013, and you click that and you buy your tickets now because they're going to keep going up in price. So buy your tickets to either event. You can go to all 3 of them if you want. Well, there's 4, but there's 2 of them are happening at the same time. Or you can just pick one in your that is closest to you. So you're gonna want to get your event ticket now because it's gonna change your life. The insanity that goes on there is amazing, and you're just gonna have a breakthrough in your life. That's all I gotta say.
For sure.
There you go. That's the way we just drop the mic.
You're breaking up, dude.
Oh, I said drop the mic. Just, you know, the figurative.
Thank you and good night.
Perfect.
All right, man. Well, we should do this again, sometime. We should make it like a series. But again, love you, appreciate you, love and appreciate
Definitely.
you.
Thanks for bringing us on, Rob.
All right. See you, everybody. See you on the inside. See you on the inside.
See you on the inside, folks.
Love you. Good night. Good luck and good news.
Good night.